of the blue of the western sky comes Sky King. As we say here in the West.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. The weekend is here. The weekend. You guys remember when you were younger? A lot of you guys are, as old as dirt. Some of you guys are like me, older than dirt. You remember when, we were really excited to get home and watch whatever Friday night show was coming on at that time. We had TVs where we literally had to get up off our ass and walk across the room to change the channels. You guys remember that? How about aluminum foil? Did you had to wrap the antenna sometimes in aluminum foil because I can't get this damn signal? Those were pre-cable days. We didn't have cable. We didn't have internet. Okay. But yet we had incredible shows that still stay in our heart as of today. They were just absolutely phenomenal shows. And there are, some shows that just don't touch that. Hi, Corey. How are you, brother? You remember Dirt? Yes, but I remember Dirt when it was mud. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, so, we were around during that. This is Classic Television SmackDown. Every other Friday, we do this show. And much like our Saturday morning cartoon show where we talk about classic Saturday morning cartoons, we decided to do a show where we talk about classic television in general. And we have such a wide variety of shows. It may take us 20 years to actually finish this show, to get through this show. But I'm going to tell you guys now, before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our lovely co-host. Here's a cute and lovely looking Jerome Connor. He's in his lazy boy. He probably doesn't have on any pants. I'm pretty sure. Oh, sorry about that. And of course, here's a lovely Rosemary Rose, and I really hope she doesn't have on any pants. But nonetheless,
I'm wearing pants.
How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing?
I'm home.
It's Friday. It's Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday.
You know what? I've said this to either you guys or I put it on my Facebook page before. Every Friday is a Monday to me. Okay. I can't get out of hello, beautiful Sage. I can't get out of work mode. It's bad, but it's just
you just can't. Well, I can't live like that. I can't.
I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just gonna have to start playing the violin for you on this one.
Well, you know how I vacation. So when I'm going on an ultimate trip somewhere, I'm actually finally relaxing. It is actually a weekend. Hey, this is going to be an awesome show. I know I'm doing it, so that means it's actually going to suck. So you guys just going to have to put up with it for the next hour. But to help me out, not only do I have you guys assistance in your incredible knowledge of all things old, I thought I'd bring up another old fart. And we had this guy on one of our Saturday morning cartoon show where he did an incredible episode on Thundar the Barbarian. Say hello to Mark.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Mark, hey,
you know what?
good to see you,
I'm
bud.
almost convinced that is in fact the shape of your head, because every time I see you, you got that hat on. So that's literally a defect there.
It's my thing, right? I mean, it's
no. He's hiding that third eye. That he got from the vaccination.
The third eye, or he's completely bald like you, Jerome. But other than that,
no, I still have a few strands.
I've got full hair.
Oh, there you go. You got something there. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the hat, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
it's definitely
okay. This is not going to work. How do I switch these freaking screens around? When she says Mark, I answer, but she does not. So this is dominating Mark right here and down there. Oh, do the Brady Bunch thing. This is
that's right.
This is miniature Mark. This is mini Mark. Oops. Yeah, that's mini Mark. So Rose, you gotta say mini Mark, okay?
Okay, mini Mark. All right.
Yes.
No, it's Mike. It's just bad lighting.
Oh, you know what? It is how
I thought so too. I thought they
the
matched.
chair is actually red. The shirt is purple. It's just bad lighting.
Man,
it's really okay. We're not going to have any strobing going on here, right?
I don't know. Hang on a second here.
You might end up being headless.
There you go. You want the strobing?
It does look like you color
gosh, I feel like I'm on Twin Peaks.
We appreciate it if you turn it completely off, maybe. I mean,
you mean like that?
Oh, you're beautiful. Fantastic. You look oh, damn it. Okay, anyway, so
no, it's just it's bad lighting and I'm having problems with the computer. I may have to get a new one.
Right. There was a horrible ceiling fan accident in the 70s. Corey, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, but okay. Oh, horrible. Oh, you're talking about Jerome. Oh, I got it. Oh, that answers his face. No, I'm sorry. You know, I love my team. Don't get me wrong. I would never say anything to them that I know is going to stick. Okay.
You're right.
I mean, just twist it a little bit more, will you?
Yeah. So, Mark, you basically requested to be a part of this show, and I just want to understand the reason why. If you guys don't know the name of this show, as we show, this is Old School Sci-Fi. Okay.
I think he's just bored and didn't want to sit at home alone by himself.
Yeah, is that it? Is that
it?
Yeah,
Mark? Totally it. Because I have nothing going on.
Hey, folks, Mark is coming to us from Colorado, so it's a beautiful country, but I'm sure you guys ain't got nothing to do.
Right now, it's all smoky, is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So many fires around us.
It's not coming from California side. You guys have.
We got fires from there. We got fires from Oregon, and there's even some fires here in Colorado. So, it's definitely we have levels of ozone that are insane. Some days.
Oh my God! Well, I guess you ought to quit smoking.
I know, right?
Thank you. I'm here all night. Thank you.
You know, Mark, I was expecting like the fog machine you just suddenly start.
I know. I should have brought one. I have one.
No, don't do that. We like you. We like you the way you are. Clear. Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's my week to do a show on classic television SmackDown, and it's really interesting how I thought long and hard about what it was I needed to do. The whole second and a half, I was thinking in depth. Well, what should I do this week? Well, this is what I decided to do. We're going to do old school sci-fi, like I said before. Old school sci-fi. Yeah. You see the name of two shows that's there. That is actually on my list. I don't know if we're going to see anything from them or not, but we will do old school sci-fi. So when I was growing up, it started out with comic books. Hi, Deanna. It started out with comic books, I think, much like everyone else. And then, of course, Saturday morning cartoons we watch. And anything on Saturday morning cartoons that was space related, sci-fi related, it kind of solved all of our problems. Like, oh my God, I get sci-fi and I get cartoons all in one afternoon or one morning.
And there was one exception to that though.
What's that?
Saturday morning cartoons.
What's that?
That was Scooby.
Oh.
Scooby's on. You watch Scooby. You can always come back for the summer for the sci-fi stuff. Yeah,
that's a given. Well, I'm going to start off with this. I didn't go back as far back as I could have, which could have been the 30s, but I did not. But guys, I want you to take a look at this, and this is how we're going to start this show. We're going to start this show in this. When my computer says I'm ready, Mark. Oh crap. Well, I didn't want to show that yet. Okay, we're going to start it off with this. Let's do this again.
Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corry, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol!
Okay, we'll show a little bit of that. That's enough of that. Guys, this is Space Patrol. Who remembers Space Patrol? Rose, I'm sure you do.
I've heard of it, but I never saw it.
How about you, Mark?
Well, yeah, I saw it. So as a kid, I was sick a lot. So I was home from school, and a lot of these shows were on. So during the day, so I saw this one, but there was two Space Patrols, right?
Yes,
There's
there
one
was.
from the 50s and one from the 60s.
Yeah,
so.
I'll get to that. Slowly.
Okay.
You're just like Jerome, for God's sake. Man, I can't get a break. God. Okay. So check this out. Yes, there was 2 space patrols, but we're going to talk about this one first. Okay.
Okay.
Oops, where me? Excuse me while I turn my head here because I didn't put this on. Well, I can put this on the screen in front of me and read it. I don't need to see you. Okay. Space Patrol is an American science fiction adventure series set in the 30th century that was originally aimed at juvenile audiences like Jerome and Mark via television, radio, and comic books. It was broadcast on ABC from March 1950 to February 1955. It soon developed a sizable adult audience, and by 1954, the program consistently ranked in the top 10 shows broadcast on a Saturday. Now, pretty much the premise is in the 30th century, these were the Avengers of Avengers. Look at that. The adventures of Commander-in-Chief Buzz Corry of the United Planets Space Patrol and his young sidekick, Cadet Happy.
So funny.
I'm sorry. As they face interplanetary villains with diabolical schemes. Well, wait a minute. If they're villains, wouldn't they already have diabolical? I don't know. Anyway.
Was this one of those Ovaltine space shows?
No, that was Ovaltine. I don't even think Ovaltine was invented back then, but I could be wrong.
Yes, it was. It was the 50s. You know, you get the Ovaltine okay. Secret decoder ring. What? You never watched Christmas Story? Come on.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so there was a radio version of this from 52 to 55, right. But that ran for 129 episodes. And yes, there was a Space Patrol that had what year was that one? 60 something, 60s, I do believe.
Yeah, 62.
But what I remember, well, I didn't watch it, but it had personalities in specific episodes such as Ray Bolger, Gene Barry, and even Lee Van Cleef. Okay, so that there was a older version, I could say, well, actually a younger version of Space Patrol back then. So if that answers your question, Mark. Do any of you guys remember anything about Space Patrol?
I remember Happy. Oh my gosh. The dialogue between Happy and the commander, there were episodes where like half the episodes, them in the cockpit going back and forth about, oh, space is so cool.
Whoa. I would have said that too. That's not a corny line.
It is, but from Happy, Happy is the kid of the show, basically, even though it's an adult, right? But he's definitely like the 12-year-old in the cockpit kind of thing.
Yeah, he's the 12-year-old, all right, and that just goes to show that, my God, man, it doesn't matter how old or how young you are to go into space, but you could be a 12-year-old going to space. So yes, so
you don't want to know how old he was.
One of the other things that I remember distinctly is that in between, like they had some weird narration thing going on, and it was always the clouds while the guy would narrate or something like that, right?
And that's where I ended it too. But you're right, because narration would have came in immediately after that, and I didn't want to do that. But yes, you're absolutely right. And of course, you can see Commander Corry.
Yep.
And there's Happy to his left, and yeah, I don't know what they're so happy about. They're probably about to crash into some asteroid, and this is so cool. Right. I don't know. So,
I can't remember the main villain though.
I can tell you. Oh shit, I already dropped that line, but I dropped that page already on that. But hold on, I'm still prepared.
Tonga.
Is that it?
Yeah, no, Tonga was actually.
No, she was a villain, but then later turned into.
Hold on. So slow your roll. Tonga was in fact she was in 145 episodes, let's say. So she had a pretty recurring role. Prince Baccarati and Mr. Proteus is probably who you're thinking of.
Mr. Proteus. I think that's
Proteus. Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Right, Mr. Proteus. Okay. So that's Space Patrol. Let's go ahead and well, let me ask Rose. Rose, do you said this sounds familiar? Oh, Rose is gone.
Rose go?
Oh,
did we lose Rose again?
Yeah, that's okay. She'll be back up shortly. All right. So actually, I want her to be here for this next one. Let's see what the chat.
I gotta say though, in the opening, that was some pretty impressive model work.
Yes, it was. And good point Corey is making here that he was a performance model for Prince Phillip.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you know that Happy, the actor who played Happy, died in 58 at the age of 32?
Really?
Yeah.
Did it say what?
Yeah.
Brain surgery. He died on the operating table. He was having brain surgery.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
brain surgery in the 50s.
basically after the Navy, he served in the Navy during World War II.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
32 years old in
The brain
1958.
tumor.
That's too bad. Oh, Rose, where are
Corey's
you?
a good friend, by the way.
Who is?
Corey that keeps popping up. He's a good
Yes.
friend of mine. So.
Oh, he's a friend. He's a plant.
Wait a minute, Mark.
He's
You have a friend? You have friends?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He's another dice tower guy. Let's see his dice guy.
Oh well,
Okay.
I won't hold that against him. You know, that's welcome, Corey. Good to hear you. Good to see you, buddy. I'm sorry you have bad choices in friends, but that's okay. So that's Captain Corry. Okay.
Captain Corry.
Frankenstein, whatever. Okay, I got you. All right. So the next one I'm going to bring up, everyone is going to know. And where are you, Rose? Where are you, Rose? Rose must be having some search. She should be popping up on her phone.
I don't have a message or anything from her.
All right, so we're going to move on. So our next one that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, everyone knows, but this is on my list. I didn't pick any of these classic sci-fi shows in any particular popularity or order. It just shows that I just happen to know / like. Okay, so check this out. Everyone knows this one.
I don't want you to be frightened or anything, but I was wondering if there's a doctor or...
Yep.
That had to hurt.
Big time.
Oh, I love this one.
Where is Martin?
I'm Martin. You've got to believe me. I'm Martin. You've got to believe me. Look. Here's my identification. All my cards. They'll tell you who I am. Look at them. Go on. They'll tell you. Go on. Look at them.
Please, Father.
My way.
Father,
Oh, wow. He's single now.
No choice at all.
Yeah.
I love this episode.
No.
Yeah.
No!
Corry. 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 Corry.
Good episode.
It is. Excellent episode. And one of the most
Oh,
popular.
that's a
I'll tell you
great
that.
one.
Yeah.
Time enough at last.
This was such a shocker when I first saw it.
That's just cruel.
That's really wrong.
That's not fair at all.
No, it's
The
not.
name doesn't happen to be Maya.
Okay.
It's a German U-boat, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, this was a good episode too.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
that was a good one.
Gene Barry was in this. Not Gene
Yeah.
Barry. Shoot. Not Gene Barry. I forget the guy's name.
Just put the gun down. You'll see. I gotta concentrate.
Okay, so everyone knows, and I don't need to tout it or anything, but this was, of course, the Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone was another one of those classic sci-fi series that everybody watched. It played for so many years that people just really got used to it, and people actually copy this format. Black Mirror is one of my favorite current anthology style
That's
series.
a really dark show, though, compared
It
to
is,
Twilight
but
It
it's
is
really
dark.
good.
It's very, very, very dark. And
So good.
but it was oh, by the way, good point on that one, Mike. Yes, Jim Hutton was Tim Hutton's dad.
Well, no, I think some of the Twilight Zone was pretty dark.
Yeah, oh
It
yeah.
was.
Yeah, well,
But there was also a fair number of positives on that show.
Sure.
yeah. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Twilight Zone. Then I'll go around to each of you guys for your opinion. But anyway, so Rod Serling thought he had come up with the term the Twilight Zone on his own. He liked the sound of it, but after the show aired, he found out that it is an actual term used by U.S. Air Force pilots when crossing the day and night sides above the world.
Yep.
Okay, so he didn't originate the Twilight Zone. I knew it had to come from something, you know. He made up the phrase "the sixth dimension," if you didn't know that. Almost all of the men, and this is interesting as all get out. It makes you want to take notice of it the next time you see anything Twilight Zone. Almost all the men in season 1, introduced by Rod Serling's opening narration, were described as being 36 years old.
Oh,
Didn't notice that. I'm gonna have to worry.
I didn't either.
I
Yeah.
didn't notice that either. Wow.
36 old. Of course, Rod is ranked number 1 in TV Guide's list of 25 greatest sci-fi legends. If you didn't know that. Twilight Zone. Oh, shoot. Where is that? I dropped that too, didn't I? A Twilight Zone episode called The Dummy is routinely voted the scariest series episode by critics. I wouldn't say that's the scariest to me.
I don't feel like that either.
There were a lot of other scary ones. Oh, here we go. Here it is right here. All right. So, CBS All Access picked up Twilight Zone, and I watch it periodically sometimes. But CBS All Access themselves has ranked the 10 most terrifying episodes of the Twilight Zone. Okay. The 10 most terrifying episodes of the Twilight Zone. They don't have numbers next to these. They just have them listed in order, and whatever order. I don't know if this is the scariest one or the least scariest one, but I'm just going to read it down the list. Time Enough at Last, which was made in 1959. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped it. Nightmare at 20,000 Feet. This has got to be by number 1.
Shatner. That's Shatner.
Yeah. This has got to be number 1.
Which they remade, by the way.
Say again?
They remade Nightmare.
Yes, I know. So Nightmare at 20,000 Feet was made in 1963. Next one was Time Enough at Last in 1959. The next one was Living Doll. You guys remember Living Doll?
I don't actually. Which one was that?
There was a very, very famous television cop who went on to be a very famous television cop in the role of the father in this episode, The Living Doll.
Again, just
the Raggedy Ann doll episode.
Not a Raggedy. No, I know which one you're talking about. No, it's not the Raggedy Ann.
Oh, okay.
Telly Savalas was the dad.
Oh,
again, I don't know this one. I don't.
Okay, hold on. I'm telling you about it. And the Living Doll was a blonde, of course, doll that came to life and basically told the dad, because it was a doll of the daughter, and he didn't like the doll. The doll ended up being creepy, and the doll eventually. Oops, what's that? I'm gonna have to mute someone. I hear background noise. Is that you, Rose? No.
Maybe.
We're cool. So the Living Doll, then Eye of the Beholder, which is probably in my top 1-2 list of favorite episodes. It's a Good Life, which I don't remember. The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street.
Oh, that's a great one.
That is weird, isn't it? I mean,
that's one of those creepy ones that really bothers me because I know about stuff like that.
Agreed, and it's so current. 22, which I don't remember. 5 Characters on Search of an Exit, which I love.
I know that one, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one. If you guys don't remember, there were
it's Christmas time.
There were different characters dressed up as cosplayers or whatever, and they were stuck in what looked like a tube or a box or a hole or whatever. I don't want to spoil it. My God, man, it's been out for so long. What do you think?
Spoil it.
Yeah, you can spoil them. I think they've been on for over 50 years. I think you're allowed to spoil them.
Yeah, all right, so they were talking about, on how to escape this box or this hole that they were in. It was a clown, it was a ballerina, it was
a cowboy,
and an astronaut, I think. And they were all saying, how do we get out of this? How do we get out of this? Yada, 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 yada. The more of the whole story at the end, once the guy, I don't know if they got on each other's shoulders.
Yeah, that's exactly how they did it.
Did. And one of the guys actually got out of the top of it, fell on the sidewalk. It was snow on the ground. Here comes a person walking by. They pick up this person, which is actually a doll, and put it back in the sort of like Goodwill box.
Yep.
So all of these talking characters were actually donations to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Welcome to pre-Toy Story.
Right. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. Okay. So, and then The Mask. You remember that episode?
Is that the one where the guy is about to die and he makes all of his
exactly
the ugly mask?
Okay. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
So once they took the mask off, they ended up being the face of the mask that they had on in the first place. Yep. So, and then the last one here is called The Hitchhiker, which was kind of creepy. Remember this? It was an episode where it was literally the devil trying to ride to this woman who didn't realize she was dead.
No, it wasn't the devil. It was death.
It was death. Okay, it was death.
Yeah.
But didn't realize that she was dead. All right, so you don't remember? Go back and watch. Yeah, there's so many of them. But anyway, so that was the Twilight Zone. All right, so let's move on. Go to our next show here. Ooh, wait a minute. Brady is saying, "Hey, Brady, good to hear from you, man. The Hunt was one of the saddest episodes." I don't remember that one. I don't recall that one. We're gonna have to look that one up too.
The Good Life, I think, is that the one where he's the teacher?
I don't know. Okay, so our next video that we're gonna move on to, number 3. This is a show that a lot of people didn't know or don't know. and I didn't put up. I'm hitting so many buttons here, guys. I'm just forgetting to do a few things. So this was Eye of the Beholder, and I think that's the mask next to it.
Yep, that's the mask.
Yep.
Okay, and just
the nurses in the background isn't that 22 looks just like me?
No, the nurse way in the background there is Eye of the Beholder.
Yeah, okay.
With the orderly next to it.
To
Okay.
serve man. They showed To Serve Man.
Yep, and that was my favorite one. That's number one on my list.
That one's a creepy one.
It is.
That's number one on my list. All right, so let's move along here, guys. Let's go to our next one here. I'll show you this. This was a show not a lot of people know of. I know all about it and have watched it back in the day.
Is this another Johnny Quest?
Hey, why don't you wait? What is that? I bet you got smacked a lot by your teacher. Anyway, so let's go for this. Any minute now. It's scary.
It's about time, it's about space, about two men in the strangest place. It's about time, it's about flight, traveling faster than the speed of light. Here is their tale of the brave crew. As through the barrier of time they flew, past the fighting Minutemen, past an armored knight, past a Roman warrior, to this ancient site. It's about change, big too, about a time when the earth was new. Will they see what is in sight? Is it good luck or is it good night? It's about two astronauts. It's about their fate. It's about a woman and her prehistoric mate. And now it's about time.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, I'm not. I didn't know that it was. There was
Yeah, I wanted to keep this going a little longer just so you can see these names. Look at that one.
Look at daughter.
It's about space.
All right, guys, you got these two astronauts. It's a series that aired on CBS for 26 episodes in 1966 and 1967. The series was created by, as you saw, Sherwood. Oh my God, say that name fast 3 times. Sherwood Schwartz. Okay, who created, of course, Gilligan's Island.
Come on, this was proto Gilligan's Island.
And use sets, props, and incidental music from Schwartz's other television series in production at the time, Gilligan's Island. Okay, so yes, so basically you have these astronauts. They go through a time warp or whatever. They go into the past. Where do they land? They land 65 million years in the past, or whenever the freaking cavemen came about, or dinosaurs. And it starred Imogene Coco, who you know Imogene Coco from your show of shows. Which was one of my favorite shows there. And if you notice the name of Joe E. Ross that was in there, he went on to be sidekicks with Car 54, Where Are You? He was the character always went, ooh, 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 and what about, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yes, I agree with you. That is a catchy theme song. I actually have a category when we get further down our list on, I think, what is the most badass TV theme songs ever. Okay. So what do you know, Mark, about It's About Time?
Oh, so this is funny because I had never heard of this or seen this show before. So I watched 2 episodes this week, and it was rough to get through them.
I agree. It went 26 episodes,
Oh,
but
man.
let me give you a little bit of some trivia on this.
Okay.
On this show. Hold on, based on what you
Okay.
just said, because this is
All
in
right.
reference to what you just said.
Okay.
Halfway through the 1 season run, which you obviously couldn't get through 1 episode, halfway through the 1 season run, the plot was reversed in an attempt to bolster the show's ratings, which were not as spectacular as CBS had hoped they would be. The two astronauts, okay, who had traveled back in time, now found a way to return to 1966 and took the Stone Age family with them. So the rest of the run played out with Gronk, of course, it was Joey Ross, Shad, it was his wife, and all the rest trying to adjust to life in 1966 era New York City. Okay,
Wow.
so if you had held on just a little longer, Mark, it probably would have changed your.
I don't know.
No.
I watched the full episode that I did watch was the one where they build a model airplane and wind it up and throw it. And so the cave family, they're freaking out about a wooden bird. How can you wind that up? Aren't you breaking its neck? Things like oh man. And it's funny, I sent this to my buddy Corey, and he's like, no, this isn't one of those things where you got to smell this. I said, I'm not doing it.
Right. But this is it's about time, and I remembered it, and it had a catchy theme song. That's probably why, not necessarily liking the show, but liking one of those shows, because you guys know how much of a fan of soundtracks I am, movie and TV.
Right.
So this went on my list. I'm like, oh man, that's pretty cool. And it's the same guys, the same musicians who created Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
You know, they wrote this show as well. He's saying he's all like, good name for it, Gronk. Oh yeah, you would take that name, wouldn't you? Yes, Mike, and he did go on to be in Car 54. Where are you? Very good. All right, moving along here. Probably everyone's all-time favorite. And if you don't agree, you will disappear very swiftly. Okay, so you can either agree now or you can agree after you've seen it. Okay.
Thumbs up.
Okay. What I'm going to do, instead of doing always TV theme songs and whatever, I got a longer clip for you here, and these are ridiculous scenes from this series.
Okay.
Jerome, I was counting on you to know exactly what it was. Let me say it again.
I'm assuming it's Trek. You know.
No, wait. Listen again. These are ridiculous scenes from this series. All righty, let's play it.
All right.
Proven guilty of attempted bribery are thrown into a pit of space vipers. Space vipers.
Oh, this one. Did we cover this show already?
You're afraid of mice?
Certainly not.
Oh, mice! It's nothing. Come on, I'll protect you.
Dr. Smith, you're acting like a real stalk of celery.
Oh, no.
Of course I am. I look like celery. I draw moisture from the soil like celery. I feel the pulsing crunch of life.
Well, there you are, my mechanical friend. Did you deliver my pie?
As instructed, I presented it to Dr. Smith.
Excellent, excellent.
And Dr. Smith sent you back a message.
Yes?
Here it is.
Yes?
Oh, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Oh, damn it.
Well, I have. Oh, no. I can't stand it.
Where's Will? I do not know. I've been looking all over for him. Will.
This was creepy.
Is that you, son?
There's no longer a Will Robinson. I am now a useful cog in the vast, all-powerful mechanism.
Drat!
There's nothing in the locker but cobwebs, sir.
Cobwebs? Where is my goat cheese, boy?
I don't think there's been any goat cheese in that locker for years, sir.
Silence, you impertinent pup!
Hey, why don't you shout, Ole? Taro. Ha ha! Come to the muleta, Taro. Come.
You pretty. Like girl.
Oh, how nice.
Much nice.
Oh, pain.
You not girl.
Good heavens, no.
Oh.
Oh, the pain.
All right, Lost in Space,
You know
guys.
what's funny about that is having met him, he was actually a really sweet guy.
Oh
What are you
yeah,
talking
big
about?
time. Yep.
Oh, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a convention in Atlantic City where I brought the entire cast except for Will. Forgot name. I forget. Why am I forgetting his name? The dad, because he was obviously dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had the entire cast and the robot at the show I did in Atlantic City in the 90s. What is this? So anyway, so that was Lost in Space. We're going to move along because we're a little behind here, but we're going to go to the next one. Let me ask Rose, because I like asking Rose these kind of questions. Rose, have you watched Lost in Space?
Of course.
You remember Lost in Space? Obviously you do. Okay. Were you in love with anyone in Lost in Space?
Well, when I was a girl, I had a crush on Bill Mummy.
Well, you're still a girl, but that's okay.
A younger girl.
Younger girl.
I like redheads, so.
Oh, did you really? Yeah. You know, I sent Bill a message that I was doing this show, hoping he might peek his head in. But
he's 60-something now, isn't he?
Say again?
Isn't he 60-something now?
I don't.
Isn't he old? Like
I did get to meet him. I met him at a show that Mark was doing back in.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was before it was a Wave mission. It was Volcon.
It was a Volcon, yeah, that we had him here. Yeah, that was cool.
A lot of fun.
Okay, guys, so we're still here with Classic Television SmackDown, as I said before, and we are doing old school sci-fi, and this is probably the most famous old school sci-fi of them all. Open sesame.
I'll take you home again, Kathleen.
The explosive. Very well, Captain.
The explosive.
Who wants to counteract paradise, Jim boy?
You come back in, is it? Well, don't stop. Here I am.
You must be Captain Kirk of the Starship Enterprise.
Creepy.
Yep.
Creepy again.
Creepy again. Drink that, Tranya.
What is it, Scotty? Transporter breakdown, sir. Continue circuit testing. We beamed up this animal.
Richelieu, beware.
Spock. Comment.
Very bad poetry, Captain.
Shore leave. Devil in the Dark.
Great episode.
How do Vulcans choose their mates? Haven't you wondered?
Muck time.
Kill me. Kill me.
I look.
My finger never worked like that.
Chicken sandwich and coffee.
Start with Tribbles. Charlie X.
Charlie, what's wrong?
Spoilers.
All right, so Star Trek. Rose is gone again, but I'm sure she'll pop back. So, how do you feel? Oh, I'm not going to ask Jerome. That's a loaded question. How do you feel about Star Trek, Mark?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a longtime fan, right? I remember distinctly, like, hoofing it, running full speed from school to home because I got out of class at 3 and it started at 3, so I would always miss the first like 5 minutes. School was close to home, and it also, my parents had me trying to do guitar lessons, and it just didn't work out because it was interfering with Star Trek.
What a sacrifice, man! That's
I mean, and Star Trek has followed me all my life, working with Dan and the magazine and everything. So it's got a soft spot forever for me, for sure.
Yeah. Are you having storms down there, Rose?
No, I'm just having some kind of connectivity problem tonight.
Well, I'm glad at least you can get back on. That's the important thing. So, all right. So Star Trek. So the next one I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this, being a theme song or a soundtrack fan. I heard the soundtrack to this, and I just so fell in love with the series. Partly because of the soundtrack. I'm not going to say 100% of the soundtrack, but partly because of the soundtrack. You get these major well-known composers to do a soundtrack for a television show, and it just basically blows your mind because you think you are back in the theater, and I thought I was back in the theater for this.
Mr. President, a wall of unidentified craft is closing in on the fleet. Possibly a Cylon welcoming committee. So may I suggest we launch a welcoming committee of our own?
My friend, we are on a peace mission. The first peace man has known in 1,000 years.
getting this on the camera? People are running everywhere. They're running all different directions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is terrible. They're bombing the city.
Those of us here assembled now represent the only known surviving colonies, save one. A sister world, far out in the universe, remembered to us only through ancient writings. It is my intention to seek out that remaining colony, that last outpost of humanity in the whole universe.
Commander Adama, this 13th colony, this other world, where is it and what's it called?
I wish I could tell you that I know precisely where it is, but I can't. However, I do know that it lies beyond our star system, in a galaxy very much like our own, on a planet called Earth.
Anticipation.
Yeah. Man, I remember that still as a kid watching with my dad, and my dad was like, that's a twist.
Yeah, but see, I remember watching it and it got interrupted.
Really?
Yeah, when it was because what happened? The Camp David Accords.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so they made ABC made this big thing about Battlestar Galactica. They're showing it, and suddenly we get this peace treaty being signed during the middle of a war film, and I'm like, going, "What's the heck?" You know?
And the thing about that first episode is that it was a fight for me to watch it because we had a family event that day at my grandparents' place, and nobody cared. My grandfather was like, "We're not going to watch." And then he was totally hooked after I convinced him to watch that night.
Rose, how about you in Battlestar?
Oh, I was so young. But I remember we watched it. I love the Cylons. I thought they were so cool, you know?
You know, there's one thing that's really cool to this day that even the new Battlestar hasn't done was those flight jackets were way cool.
Yeah, they really
I did like those flight jackets.
Everybody wanted those jackets.
They were so cool. Yeah,
I actually like the entire show.
Yeah,
and their costuming because they wanted to base it a little bit on Egyptian mythology or things of that nature. And I thought that was absolutely fantastic. So, guys, that were Battlestar. Yes, I watched Battlestar Galactica 19. Yep. Is that when they had the flying motorcycles?
Yes,
that's the one.
And wasn't that one of the Adam 12 guys?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah, it was one of the Adam
Randolph
12 guys.
Mantooth.
Yes.
And that was also in one of the last episodes. The next to last episode had Wolfman Jack on it.
Oh yes, I remember that.
And the last episode was the one where they told the story of Starbuck.
Yes,
what happened to Starbuck?
Was an awesome episode.
It was a great episode.
Yeah. They
that
really
was so good. Yep.
Really, really great soundtrack on this. And it was just one of those series that was out during the time. I thought I'd have some trivia on you, but that's not important right now. We have a lot to go through. Now we're going into my favorite category. And this is the category of the coolest soundtrack department. Okay. These are sci-fi shows that, well, I'll let you, they're not necessarily alive, but this is probably one of my all-time favorite theme music for this television series, which happened to come on a Saturday morning. So take a look at this while I flip out during the music. I think I did the intro. I hope this is the intro clip. I think it is.
Stand by for action. We are about to launch Stingray. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
I love this show.
Yeah, me too.
Anything Jerry Anderson, guys.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
Excuse me for a second.
I loved all those marionette shows. Those were some of my favorite. And the thing is that I would get up like at 4:30 in the morning before school so I could see them because they'd be on at 5. You know.
Yeah.
But that's not the coolest opening soundtrack though.
Well, for you it's not, but your opinion doesn't matter now, does it? All right, what is your coolest soundtrack then?
Oh, it's got to be UFO.
Yes, I like that one too. I think anything that the Brits
UFO is
did,
definitely something different. Right?
Yeah, anything that the Brits did, they had great soundtracks for it. Even Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, they had great soundtracks. Thunderbirds, and you got that one wrong, Corey, but that's okay. Yeah, good job, Corey. Anyway,
But you know, the Jerry Anderson stuff just was phenomenal.
Yeah,
the guy really was ahead of his time.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the Jerry Anderson. Look at that sub. It's a futuristic looking sub that we still don't have anything that looks like that today.
Right.
Okay.
And so much love was put into those shows. You know, you can just tell.
I was in love with Marina because you know the closing credit song is all based on her. Marina, Aquamarina. Okay. Anyways, so this was an awesome series. I like how these guys probably got hemorrhoids by this time because the way they get down to the sub. The chair is connected to a bat pole, you know, and they just drop right down into the sub. I'm like, oh, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Right.
No, I think it's like, you know, everybody's living in the chairs like in Wall-E.
All right,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
For my next one, and thanks guys for responding. I hope you like that. That's Stingray. That's one of my favorite Saturday morning, and it wasn't even a cartoon. It was Saturday morning. Good job, Mike. FAB. Oh, wait a minute, wrong one. FAB. Yeah. Yes, I love Supercar too. He mentions in here. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my fantastic soundtracks. So I'm moving us along here. This soundtrack had another well-known composer create the opening credits for this. The originality of this show, the tragedy that happens in this show was just freaking absolutely brilliant. And you can see it on, what did I watch it on the other day? Either HBO Max or IMDb shows free kind of stuff. And I just fell in love with this show too. Not necessarily the second season, but the first season I was hooked to. Orchestra. What was the date?
Yeah.
I watched the episode last night. I finished it because I'm watching these over a couple of days. I'm old, you know. The one that had help me, Jerome Rose. He was Dracula. Who was Dracula?
Frank
Langella?
Nope, British Dracula.
Christopher Lee.
That's it. Christopher Lee, the long blonde hair. It was
I remember that episode.
Yeah,
that was
Sandorians or whatever they are, long blonde hair.
You do not want to see Christopher Lee with a blonde wig. It's just too creepy.
He wasn't bad looking. I thought it was pretty damn cool. I mean, he had the bridge makeup up here and everything. I thought it was pretty freaking cool. So if you guys watch Space 1999, you guys in the chat room, please let me know if you remember, if you watch Space 1999. When did you think it's jumped the shark, Jerome?
Season 2, when they brought Mayra on.
It's too bad, isn't it? I mean,
and they had potential with her. There was potential, but it went right out the window real fast.
Yeah, when she started changing into these creatures, and I'm like, and why are you zeroing in on her eyeball?
You know, it was like the Wonder Twins, you know.
It was.
But the funny thing about in my household, okay, now my dad's not a big science fiction guy. You know, he's a traditional Midwestern sports guy. You know, he'll
not
watch
everybody can be perfect. Not everybody can be perfect.
Well, but he's the one who also introduced me to Star Trek, to which he says to this day he regrets. But we had to sit down.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to sit down and watch this show when it came on, and it was in syndication. For one reason and one reason only. That's because my dad had a crush on Barbara Bain. Okay.
I think a lot of people. I mean, the term cougar at my age probably started with her. Because it's like, man, this woman's hot.
Oh yeah.
And I think I first fell in love with her with Mission Impossible.
Yeah, that's what my dad did too, and that's why he said to me, because the two of them at one point were married. Landau, because he was also on Mission Impossible, and my dad's like, "Yeah, we got to watch it." And we're like, and we realized it was Barbara Bain was the reason.
But she was the quiet, strong, sexy woman, you know, even though she was the doctor.
She'd kick your ass.
Yeah, I'm sure she will, but she is hot. I'm sorry. Rose, any comments on Space 1999?
You know what? I have to be honest with you. I've never seen one episode of that show.
Oh man.
Oh, you got to see at least the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, at least the first
are the best of the series.
Valid.
Yes, it sets up the whole premise,
and
pretty much the intro showed you what happens.
Yeah, but weren't like the first 3 out of order? It's like 1, 3, 2.
They did. They messed up the order, and the reason, and one of the things I saw in the documentary, what was cool was that due to the fact they did mess up the order, it didn't make it as jarring when people would leave the show because
that's interesting.
And the other neat thing about that documentary was the fact that I believe they originally had an American director, and the original pilot was over 2 hours long.
Yeah. Wow.
The UK guys are like, we have a better director. We can. And, you know, people in New York were super disappointed. So they bring in the UK director. I can't remember the names, but they came in and cleaned it up. And people in New York were like, this is amazing. This is like cinematic movie theater quality.
Yes.
You know, and they made the science on that not so science fiction-y.
Right.
I mean, you look at it, they're carrying these honking big communicators, which made a lot of sense.
Yep.
And they're guns. You know, we're not.
Rose, do you mind if I tell you the premise a little bit?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, the moon is used as a dumping ground for nuclear waste. So from Earth, they were transporting all the nuclear stuff to the moon. Moon Base Alpha was established pretty much as a monitoring station. I mean, it's pretty expansive number of employees that was there. Unfortunately, a tragedy happened. The nuclear waste exploded on the moon, knocked the moon out of orbit. Non-stop, rip-roaring. The fact that the G-forces, when it was knocked out of orbit, with the people couldn't even get off the floor. They were literally glued to the floor at Moon Base Alpha. Yep. The interesting thing about this is you never saw what happened to Earth after all of this. The moon no longer being in the sky. Go ahead, Jerome.
No, there was an episode.
Was there?
Yes, there was. There was one episode, but it was like they were like 2,000 or 3,000 years in the future.
Oh.
Wouldn't that like destroy Earth if there was no moon?
You would think, right?
It does. It kind of does.
Because you know the moon controls the tides and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I know there was some sort of ecological. It was another Thundar episode, Mark.
It was, yeah. Where it rips the atmosphere away kind of thing. Yeah.
Jordan, yeah. So that's the premise of Space 1999. But along their journey of this moving
and there was
satellite.
So
Hold on, Jerome. I'm going to mute him. During this travel of this satellite, which is the moon, they come across aliens, other civilizations, yada, yada, yada. And that was how you keep a series going, is you need storyline. So,
and they
speak.
Go ahead, Mark.
No, I'm done. That was it. I knew when I was finished. I knew. So go ahead.
No, the other Mark.
The moon is propelled through a black hole at one point.
Yeah.
What was fun about that is that they talk about how black holes were just a theory. when they came up with this idea, and they really didn't know anything at all. So they did all these crazy 70s things around it.
Yeah. But they also touched on a lot of metaphysics.
Yes, big time.
Yeah, I mean, they really got into because the 70s was big on the metaphysics.
Yeah.
And they got into that, I mean, pretty heavy compared to a lot of other stuff. We've talked about some of the shows that we've, like $6 Million Man and stuff.
Yeah.
This really touched on to some of the really out there type of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, moving on now. We're going to show you another one of my favorite series that has because we're in the category of cool ass soundtracks, okay, for TV series. This one knocks my shoes off. It was also difficult on me as an adolescent.
Anytime
now. It's swirling.
Yes.
Whoa!
Oh no!
No way! No, my favorite one, and hold on.
Okay, gotta try again.
Yeah, you gotta try it again, man.
We gotta hear it.
I'm not gonna let this go. Trust me.
Yeah.
I thought it was me again.
Well, this has never happened. So hold on, I'm gonna read.
No, it happened. Just we were doing something different when it happened. Before.
This never happened to any one of them. Try this again. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh
no! I gotta back up. So hold on. I'm taking this straight off the freaking internet.
Not giving up on this one.
How dare they?
That intro is so good.
Go ahead and talk a little bit about this, guys, while I pull
real
this
quick. As far as music goes, how come you didn't call out the Battlestar Galactica music?
I did. As I said, I was talking about cinematic feel to it, and yes, most.
Was that Jerry Goldsmith that did that?
Yeah, Goldsmith did do that one, but yes,
I thought when I was a kid, when I was watching UFO, the fact that they hid it underneath a movie studio, I thought that was genius.
That was so good, right?
Because you could bring in all this weird technology and go, no, we're making some bizarro science fiction film.
There's a couple really neat things about UFO too. Is the fact that it was like one of the first shows that it truly had some pretty dark things go bad and don't go well at all through the series.
Well, you follow the character. You follow Bishop's character, Stryker, and
the death of his child.
Oh my God, that screwed with my head as a kid.
Hey, Rose, have you seen UFO before?
No, I've never seen an episode. We've talked about it a while back, but I've never seen an episode of it.
Oh, Rose, you have to see
I know.
the show.
I'm analyzing her worth to this whole
Come on now.
Do you know? Okay, got it. I was gonna say, do you know where the original premise from UFO? What movie that it came from?
I'm doing two things at once here, so I can't think.
I don't know what the Journey to the
It is
Side.
Journey to the Side of the Sun.
Yeah, the Far Side of the Sun.
Yeah,
Also known in America as Doppelganger. Exactly.
Yes, we named from Doppelganger. And one of the other fun things is that once the series was over, so many of the costumes and props and everything was reused in Doctor Who. It was reused in the Tomorrow People, Blake 7, and Diamonds Are Forever.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, guys. While I got it, don't stop talking. Hold on. While I got this thing, get out of here, all this crap. Remember, I'm an adolescent. And of course, created by Jerry Anderson. They do. Oops. Oh, that's in credits.
So this took place in the future in 1980. Okay.
Yes.
1982.
Yes, the future was 1980, which came up on there. But
they were sorely off a little bit, but still.
What I like about the British and especially Jerry Anderson's shows, and this was one of Jerry Anderson's live action shows because he did do Stingray and Thunder. It was his first one. Did Thunderbirds and whatever. They didn't mind. Yeah, what's the word I want to use? Making the women look really sexy, regardless of what role they were in.
Yep, all that.
Yeah, go ahead, Jerome.
I still have a thing for purple hair.
Yes, me too.
Okay, I'm sorry,
I saw a clip about the purple hair. They were saying how back then they were saying how wigs would be a permanent fixture in military attire in the future.
Well, I don't know if you've ever after the show came out, there were books that were released, novelizations.
Yes, there were actually also episodes that focused on those girls as well, and they were undressing out of that uniform.
But explain though in the novelization that the wigs were anti-static wigs to help prevent static from the hair. So
can anybody check YouTube and Facebook to make sure that we're still on? Because I'm surprised we're getting down to the last two here, and I'm surprised we haven't been tagged yet.
Really?
Yeah. But if we have, and I don't have Facebook open, I'm going to it too. They send it directly to me. But other than that, you guys have been.
I see us. I see us. But there's only four. There's only 4 people watching now, and I think that's us 4.
Well, those algorithms don't really work as you think, because there's actually in front of me more people that you just mentioned. Online on this calendar
Mike
here.
says he's still here. Now, Ed Bishop was also uncredited in Diamonds Are Forever.
Yes.
Hirsch was it Hirsch Hegels?
Did you know that the cars, the golden doors never worked, and so they had to open them and hold them up for the
Yes, I'd read that. That was great. I love those.
Sorry, guys.
Mike,
we're headed
when
down.
you were a kid, did you want to grab did you want to be one of those pilots where you slid down in that tube to go,
100%.
All right, Jerome, go pour some cold water on you.
No.
Hey, they're nerding out, and that's cool. Okay.
They are greatly nerding out. So you're right. That is cool. But
UFO. The thing about UFO though is it was so.
Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna go is, let's see, I move it. Okay, so I was on your personal page, then moved over to here. I'm not really sure, Lorraine. I don't know if you were having problems on the personal page, but Rose, didn't you say that we were on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next thing we're gonna move on to, guys, here, the next two. Not only were sci-fi or classic sci-fi live action, as you have seen, we saw a couple of live action shows here. I'm going to show you now my 2 favorite sci-fi animation shows. So I'm going to play a little bit of this. Oh, actually, I got to play all of this. The last one I got to play a little bit of. So check this out. All righty. So as a lot of you know, we do Saturday morning cartoons on Saturday morning. We're doing one oh God, it's my turn. We're doing one tomorrow, like we do every Saturday. And this was a show that I love to focus on one of our past Saturday morning cartoons, but I thought I'd bring it in anyway because it's nighttime and a lot of you guys aren't up at 9 o'clock in the morning to see our Saturday morning cartoon show. So I just wanted to throw that in. It's still in line with with sci-fi, classic sci-fi. And that was Space Ghost.
Yeah. Man, Jan and Jace were such a liability.
Yeah, they were.
Much like the Wonder Twins.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
They were thinking.
Space Ghost, there should have been an episode where he's like, you know what? You're just so high maintenance. I think we're going to have to part ways.
Because you're always getting yourselves in trouble, and it's me that's got to come to rescue you.
Yeah.
No. Rose, what do you know about Space Ghost?
I know very little. It was before my time, but I know of Space Ghost's existence and Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Okay, so that's
Yeah, but that was pretty much when it was brought to fame again, when he did the nighttime show Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which I really didn't watch that much. I kind of peeked it because it was Space Ghost. But did
you ever see the Batman Brave and the Bold where Space Ghost they team up?
Loved it.
So
never saw it.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God.
It was so good.
Oh, keep talking. You got me started here. Go ahead.
Yeah. Man, that was so good. Yeah, I love Space Ghost. I had a full Space Ghost costume for Halloween one year.
I want to see pictures. I want pictures.
I'll find some. It's so good. It's one of my all-time favorite cartoons for sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, dead air. Yeah, I was actually whoops. Aha.
Uh-oh. I know.
Oh shoot. Let me see here. I can't get
Yeah, so
thank you guys for joining us, those that are joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. We're almost down to our last one. We appreciate every other week we do this, but I want you to watch this.
Oh, you found it. Nice.
We sure picked a wonderful planet for a picnic, Jace.
Hey, that's Spanish.
Yeah, weird.
Flip, mind your manners. That sure didn't sound like a tough growling to me, Jace.
Let's check it out, Jen.
All right, we're gonna fast forward this a bit. I don't have time to watch the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like those two with Gleek and the super.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, Super Friends. Yeah.
It's Jen. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jace, come on, Space Ghost. Space Ghost here. Go ahead, Jace.
Space Ghost, we found the Creature King on the planet Zeltor. Looks like he's up to his old tricks again.
Stay out of sight, Jace. I'm on my way.
Yeah, like they're gonna do that.
Jace, always getting into mischief, Batman.
See?
Yeah, but Batman's got to deal with Robin getting in trouble too, so maybe he can relate.
Jace, look. The Creature King is
It's funny you say. I think Batman has a line like that.
Use your infernal power.
Boy, they're in more scenes than freaking Batman and Space Ghost.
Oh wow!
Trying to fast forward the hell out of this. That's a classic picture right there.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And Batman, Jace.
Think she's got a thing for Batman?
Anybody who wears underwear over their tights. No, not that.
I love it.
A sonic blast! Look out, Space Ghost!
So good.
So cheesy. Oh, jeez. I don't think it did anything.
Oh, that's all they show. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. You found it.
All righty.
So good.
Why? Let's see what it says here. Why could the bats not fly until the fence went down?
We don't ask these questions, Corey.
No, Corey's got a great point, man.
Awesome.
Sometimes you have to state the obvious,
Indeed.
I love that Hanna-Barbera animation. I don't think that was Hanna-Barbera, to be honest.
No. Yeah, I forget what studio Brave and the Bold was. Man, one of my favorite things about Brave and the Bold was Aquaman.
Yes.
Because he's like, we shall call this adventure the time we entered the room.
I love it, man. When that series was out, that was Brave and the Bold, right?
Yeah,
that
it was.
Brave and the Bold. When it was like, oh my God, this is brilliant, and then they knocked it off. I was
know.
so mad.
Yeah, I was too. Yep.
I was so mad. What is it? Okay, guys. So, that Space Ghost ship was the original. Then they changed it to a white one in other seasons.
Warner Brothers Animation.
Yeah. All right. All right. So first off, I want to thank our guest here. I got one more to show you guys. I want to thank our guest here, Mark, for joining us on this.
Yeah.
We did classic sci-fi shows. There's 100 or so more other ones that we can do.
And we will be doing them.
Yes, we will be. We try to make this show an hour, but sometimes we go over an hour. I think the most 90 minutes. I think we went longer than that one time. I can't remember what show.
It's all about having fun, right?
It's all about having fun. That's the thing. And Rose was right. She said these guys are geeking out, and that's cool. But then I have to think about Jerome, and I'm like, I don't care. You know, I really don't. But anyway, because we get weekly Jerome geeking out. So that's all cool. The good thing about classic television, guys, is the ones that are watching, you have ideas too. Please go to our Facebook page, message us any way you can find us. If it's something that you like to co-host yourself on, be a guest host here, or if there's shows you want us to touch on, please send us suggestions. We love it. We have a lot of things that we want to do for this show alone. Jerome's turn is next, and he said, what'd you say you were doing, Jerome?
MASH.
Right.
Nice.
So, guys, our next classic television SmackDown is going to be based on MASH.
That's awesome.
And then 2 weeks after that, it'll be Rose's turn. Thank God, man. You guys won't see me for a month. You know, but we try to share a show like this for you guys. I'm going to show you guys my absolute #1 favorite cartoon that is sci-fi based. And I had to put it at the bottom of the list. Look at Rose. Shut up, Rose. Shut up. I'm an adult.
It's so good, though. It's awesome.
We already know what it is. That's
I know they know what it is, and they know that this is my absolute. I geek out off of this. I nerd out like you guys do, but you know. But you're gonna see some scenes from this because we all know the theme song. So I'm gonna show you guys as much as this clip as I can. Just enjoy this, guys.
Okay, Johnny, let's bring Band to the board.
Coming up, one plump pup.
I got you. Okay, Johnny, you're next.
This is Johnny, coming to you from Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah, baby. No time for goodbyes. All aboard, Hockey.
Howdy ho! Cliff ahead.
Hang on, Doctor. Stand back, everybody. I'm trying, Johnny. Got any ideas?
Kill them all! Blow them up!
Everybody down!
I could play that all night.
Yeah, it's so good.
I could play that all night. But that was best part about these clips. No bandit. Dog hater.
Yeah.
Where's Snoopy when you need him? I got you, Mike, on that last clip. Yeah. So go ahead, Mark.
Did you know? Maybe you already know this, but the end credits for Johnny Quest. You know that animation?
Yes.
That was never Johnny Quest animation.
Yes, and
was Jack Armstrong All-American Boy?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Test footage for it. I love that.
Footage. Thank you for reading my mind. I'm just couldn't figure it out. But yeah, so that was my show on old school sci-fi TV shows, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to show you as much as I possibly could within the time frame, even though we did, go over. And if you guys, like I said, have any suggestions for future shows, please hit us up on that. Mark, I'm so glad you joined us. You were very delightful, informative, funny, the whole 9 yards. You're good at this, so I appreciate you chiming in on your knowledge, your vast knowledge. My God, man, I could pull up IMDb trivia things all night on all these shows, but I'm trying to run the board at the same time that's going on. I said, this doesn't work. I just can't,
See, we need to get Mark a technical guy,
Yeah, and I can't do all this stuff myself because I'm, tomorrow's show, okay, with our guest Joe Thompson, who did the DC Animated Universe last weekend. He asked me if he could join this show because this happens to be one of his favorites, all-time favorites, and that is Thundercats. We are doing Thundercats tomorrow.
That should be really fun.
I got some interesting clips, never seen before, clips on that for tomorrow as well. I mean, they've been seen, but it's just not readily out there for people to find. So I just happened to come across them.
It's all about Snarf.
Yep. So, hey, thanks, Mike, on that. Yeah, you have a great weekend as well. I'm actually going to try to make it out of here and get down and meet some friends.
Cool.
Thanks, Brady. Appreciate that a lot, dude. Thanks, Lorraine. Appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
I can't wait for it to be Rose's turn again.
Well, I just had a turn. So
yeah, you did, but you do them so well.
You got the one after I'm done. So you got a month.
Oh, I know what I want to do. I just didn't need to get around to doing it. So.
Oh, for Saturday morning, or for classic.
For classic. Saturday, yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing next week if I'm doing next week at all. I don't know.
Well, you need to let me know because if not, it bumps to me.
Yeah, that's
good. I have a show in mind, but I've got to scramble it together. So
yeah, why don't because I'm at work when we do the Saturday.
Let me see what I can dig up, okay? Because I have an idea. I've had an idea, so I'll work on it.
Oh, that'll be great. Cool. But yeah, so Johnny Quest, guys. Clips.
And Mark, you can cut little Mark's screen. You can come back on anytime you want.
Yeah,
so you can come back on and do another
little Mark
with us.
Little Mark. That's so cute. Little Mark.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call you Mark S. Mark S. That's how we'll Mark.
I figure Mark S stands
little. So
you probably stand taller than Mark Lee, don't you?
Yeah.
All my cousins and family typically have referred to me as Streed. So if you want to just do Streed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's
so Streed, come
cool.
back on Saturday mornings with us again, please.
Yeah, definitely.
You did such a good job last time.
Anytime, I'm here. I love this. It's so fun hanging out with you guys.
She's just trying to get out of the work for that.
With Jerome out, we're gonna need somebody to fill in. It's gonna be boring with Mark and I.
Well, remember, guys, it's easier for Mark to show up during this time zone for this show than it is a Saturday morning.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I'm an early riser, so it's not a big deal for me.
We'll just mail him some coffee.
There you go.
Mail them Oh yeah, you get coffee in a box. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, that or we just give him some coffee grounds and he can do the rest.
We can place the order at a Starbucks near his house and have them deliver it.
Exactly.
There you go.
There's one really close, actually.
Yeah, I didn't say now. Yeah, but you guys have been fantastic. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Tomorrow morning, we're up, bright eyed and bushy tail. You may be, you may not be. I like it when Brady is up. Brady, I think, lives in Nevada. Is that Brady? I think Brady lives in Nevada, but he's up, in the mornings in the show. So Oh God, man! If I have to hear that again, if I have to hear that tomorrow, I'm going to scream.
Oh, you're going to hear it.
You're going to start screaming.
Oh my God! And the convenience of I was thinking of He-Man. You know, there's on animation front. There's another He-Man. Have you seen the trailer for the new He-Man movie?
I watched the animated series on Netflix. Is that
right?
No,
this is CGI.
Oh, okay.
It's completely different. It's a little bit more juvenile, but because we are He-Man fans, I'm gonna watch it. But it is CGI.
Okay.
It looked interesting in the trailer.
Yeah. Where's that going to be, Mark?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mark.
Where's that going to be? Where can you see it?
Is that a Netflix? You got me.
Okay.
I don't know, but you can Google it.
I'll look it up.
For the new trailer on that. I can't remember if it was Netflix. Oh, Brady's in Michigan. Okay. Not your fault, Brady. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. you can cry on my shoulder anytime you want, buddy. I know. It's Michigan. He-Man, the next I can't remember when they said it starts, but I'm assuming it's relatively soon. The board game?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's going to be a big deal. I'm sure it's going to do $1 million or more.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yep.
You're serious? And how big is this Grayskull, Castle Grayskull?
Oh, it looks really impressive. So the guys in Florida, where the rest of the team of the Dice Tower is, they did a live play already with it. So it looks really cool. So
wow. Corey says big.
Big, real big.
All right, you have to keep.
Does it come with a sword where we can go? You know, I've got the power.
Yeah,
just about. I mean, it is a real table presence type game.
Is your show gonna do a special or something on that?
Well, we did a live stream of it already.
Oh, okay.
Live play. So it's already up on the Dice Tower. If you want to go check it out, the guys played it in studio.
Good.
So really cool. Looks really good. So
wow, I just wish I was into board games. You know,
I do too.
Depends upon the board game, man, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, I got one for you.
Okay.
I've got 2 great board games sitting here at the house. I've got Army of Darkness and Escape from New York.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Talk about classics there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to do classic.
I also got the $6 Million Man board game too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny how they used to release those old board games like that for a kid audience. Escape from New York.
I know.
Yeah, tell them to go see
Army of
movie.
Darkness for kids.
Look, all I could think of is Adrian Barbeau. That's Adrian Barbeau.
Yeah, what's your point? You know, Swamp Thing.
And Ernest Borgnine played Cabby.
Yes, it was great in that role. But the whole movie was fantastic.
I love that movie. Snake Plissken.
He does what? I don't know what we said. For Lorena said he does. Oh well. That's what happens when we're delayed. Our chat room is delayed from they're seeing things after the fact.
I got to dig all these games up now for the next show that Mark's here.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, look, if you don't have Mousetrap or Sorry or Clue or
I got those.
There's so many variations of Clue. It's crazy.
Oh well.
You know how many variations of Monopoly there are?
Oh yeah. There's actually one called Monopoly Gamer. If you don't know about this one, it actually combines Mario Kart and Monopoly and matches them together. And it's actually, unlike Monopoly, it's very playable.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Off topic here for Rose and Jerome. I'm in trouble. They assigned me a panel for Dragon Con.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
What is it? It's something you don't know about then.
Cast of Supernatural.
Oh.
You want to talk to Kara.
Yeah,
Kara and Nicole.
And Susie.
And Nicole, yep.
Yeah. So I haven't announced it yet. You guys are the first to know and the only ones.
Well, that's pretty cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, I will talk my list yet. I'm kind of waiting for a week because
you can't just talk about Scooby Natural. So.
I could get yanked off of it because they keep adding guests and they may put me to. I don't know. So we'll.
Yeah,
that's on my schedule right now.
I lived and breathed that series from the first episode aired to when it finished. So
I stopped probably first season. I think it was probably because it was up against something else.
15 seasons here at the house. That's
Yeah.
what Kara.
I think I stopped around maybe 10, 11.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well,
Cara did all 15 seasons. You
I
need
just
to
need
talk
to be
to her.
brought up to speed.
Yep.
If you'll watch my moderator's show on
Monday night.
That's when the big moderators for Dragon Con are going to be on with me. They'll tell you, and of course, if they don't, I'm sure they will. I'll bring it up. Is that the people in the audience did not come to see you? Okay,
Yep.
So even if I get a lot of information about supernatural, I still have the audience who knows more than I do.
Yes,
who's going to make the show go smooth and fast.
Yep.
I just need to interject somewhere that I could bring up an interesting.
And that's why, Mark, you are the master moderator. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. You are the master. You are the master. Okay?
Thank you, but it's true.
It is true. I've seen horror stories with these moderators who just want to take over the whole thing.
Yeah,
you know how to, you know what you're the best. You're the best.
And you have to, and that's why I want to make the supernatural. I've faked my way through a lot of panels. They put me on a panel one year for REIGN, REIGN.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That's everybody but me. Everybody but me.
No. I remember that panel. I remember you were in a panic about it. You know.
Oh, I faked my way through that because one of the actresses, I don't know if she had to be Mary Queen of Scots. She was a well-known. Help me. She's a well-known actress from the past or something.
Hang on a second. I'll look it up and see.
I forget who was that, but
I don't remember who's in it.
It was on for a couple of years, you know.
And I had all the women. I had Elizabeth, Mary Queen of Scots, and whoever the other chick was. I don't know, but anyway, so I faked my way through that.
That's so cool.
Adeline Kane.
What's
she was on Teen Wolf.
Yes.
She was a Power Ranger.
She was a Power Ranger. Yes.
No, this is an older actress.
All right, well, you said Mary Queen of Scots. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Maybe she wasn't Mary Queen of Scots. I don't know. Come on, this is a couple years ago.
Megan Follows.
I don't know.
Anyway, Mark has someplace to be.
I'm just going to go get a couple drinks, and that's fine. Other than that, I'm going to see Lee and Marty tomorrow. I'm going to see Marty at the convention tomorrow. Grabstein.
Yeah.
Courage, the cowardly dog.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
He's there too. I didn't know he was going to be there. Okay.
Yeah, well, I texted him too, hoping he could come out tonight. But we'll see. But I'm going to see Marty tomorrow regardless if I don't see him tonight. So anyway,
that was a great show. People need to check out Marty's show when he was on. That was a great show.
And the Scooby show, Cowardly Courage Meets Scooby comes out in a couple weeks.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun.
Me too. Yep.
All right, guys. No post show or post discussion or anything from you guys, but I will see you first thing tomorrow morning anyway.
Sounds great. Hey,
audience, thank you for joining us.
Mark, thanks for coming.
You bet.
Everybody. Yeah, Mark.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Street. Spritle from Speed Racer.
That's right.